You must be Chris.
I am.
How are you?
Good morning, Richard. Thanks for coming.
Nice to be here. It's a beautiful house.
Thanks. We've been here for 13 years.
Okay. And it's, how old is it?
Built in 1939.
I mean, look at all the cool brick details back when they used to do it that way.
Yeah, we really like it.
But you sent me an email about?
We have a tub spout that drips.
Okay. Let's go. Let's see what you got. It's never about the fireplace.
Nope. So this way to the main bathroom.
Right.
We have 1.5 baths.
I love how you've been respectful of all the original details. It looks great.
Yeah, we really like all the original features.
Talk about original. Look at this tile. Fabulous.
Thanks. It's still in great shape, but the reason we called is because of the spout's leaking.
Okay.
And I've been reluctant to touch it because I don't want to ruin the tile.
Okay.
We still really like it.
All right, well, that's the standard 3 valve. And these valves are pretty straightforward. You have a hot and a cold, comes together through a diverter, and the water either comes out of the spout or out of the shower head up there. But the issue with these valves is, and will always be, is that you can get scalded if somebody flushes a toilet.
That happens.
Oh, I bet you it does. You don't forget that. So, do you have access behind here? You good?
This way.
All right.
So the access panel is in the bedroom closet.
All right. That's always good to have an access. That's great. Okay, there it is. You know, these are terrific for a couple of reasons. One is access to the valve that we're looking for, but also if you ever had to get down to the trap or the bath waste right there. Now, here's the back side of our valve. So you can see the hot, cold, tub spout up to the shower head right here. All right, but look at this level of tile that you have here. You really can see it from the back here. This was called a mud job, and it was reinforced with this metal lath, and it's one big monolithic solid enclosure which will last another 100 years. Nowadays, you're going to see tile on wallboard or cement board. But because we have this access, I'm going to leave you for a minute, and I'm going to come back with, I think, the perfect solution for this. All right?
Good.
All right, so this is a modern pressure balanced tub and shower valve. You got the hot water pipe here, cold water pipe here. And what you've got inside here is this really ingenious spindle. And this will adjust. Now, if I spin it back and forth, this thing's sliding back and forth. And so what happens is, if you have this installed and you flush a toilet, that means that the cold water pressure will drop and the hot will increase. Well, this spindle will actually close the hot by the same amount. And that means you'll get the consistent temperature here and not get scalded. That's pretty good.
That's brilliant.
All right. So now it comes with a standard cover plate. So we pull this valve out and we put this new valve in, and the cover plate will only cover right here. So that means you'd be forced to try and call a tile man or some way to patch this, and it's never going to look good. Well, they make a pretty ingenious invention. Here's this cover plate designed to be able to cover over those holes, and that's the finished look. What do you think of that?
It looks great.
All right. So why don't we do this? You ready to help me?
I'm ready to do it.
Why don't you run to the basement? We're going to turn off the water.
All right, I'll get to it.
All right, so now we want to take all the trim pieces off without damaging this tile. All right, so now with all those scotches off, all the trim gone, now we're free to cut the valve from the other side and then push it back through the tile wall. Clean the pipe first.
Why do you need to clean it first, Richard?
Well, it just makes it easier after the cut. So this is an interesting cutter. It's called an imp. It fits in really tight places. The key on these cutters is to just get around that first revolution and make sure that the blade goes back into the groove you've started. Okay, so now you would think that this valve, it's completely cut away. You'd think it would fall right out. But look at this, they've actually mudded this thing right in. So what we want to do is try to carefully loosen it up by just chipping away like a little archaeological dig. Okay, Chris, put the wood across the 3 horizontal bronze pieces. See if we can drive this carefully back through the mud.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Yep, good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Almost there. There it is. Beauty.
All right.
All right, so we've got our valve out of the way, and now we've got to cut a new hole for the new pressure balanced shower valve. But here's our cover plate. And normally we would just go right here and open it up, and there's where it'll be. But look at what happens. There's not enough space for the tub spout. So what we're going to have to do is to artificially move the center of the new valve up a little bit. But we got to respect this opening. So I want a little bit of coverage for that plate. So this is our go, no-go point right here. And then this will be our absolute lowest that we can go here. So I'm just going to mark this a little bit just as a reference. Describe this. Okay, so now that's our overall plate, and they make a template. And now we're going to mark this. Now we have to cut it without destroying all the tile. That was easy.
Wow.
Look at that. I'm going to hand you this valve, and I want you to hold this at Matt on the center marks that I made, that just to eyeball it, okay?
Yep.
Alrighty, so tell me, is that close to being on the center?
Yep.
It is?
It's a little higher than center, I would say,
Okay,
but
then
it's
I'll
close.
allow for that. Thank you. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so now you stick that spout through, almost all the way through. I'm gonna flux it. Stand by right there. Okay, now draw it back slightly, just about a ½ an inch back to you. Okay, hold on. The other way, push. Now push straight into me. Hold on, let me work with you.
Looks pretty good.
Okay, so now I'm gonna solder this, and then I think we're good. All right, so that should be cool enough now to put the spindle back in.
Okay.
You just don't want to melt that spindle. And then right on the shoulder there, snug it up tight. There you go, right there, okay? Good. So now let's put the cap on. See there's a little cap, threaded cap, right there, yep. So this is the diverter handle for tub or shower. And what you got to do is key it in here, but then you've got to line it up exactly right into that hole. That's the hardest part of the job, Chris. Nice. All right. Now 2 screws right there. All right, so we're ready for a test. You want to send me to the basement this time?
I'll go to the basement.
Okay, good. All right, so the water is back on, and the good news is there are no leaks. So we're going to put our access panel on. It's as if we were never here.
Okay.
Now, the homeowner always gets the honors, gets to do the test drive, so that's up to you to try this shower valve out for the first time.
Okay, wow, and it looks beautiful, Richard.
Okay. So it goes from cold to hot. Slide it, goes up out of the shower head. So now you get to keep that classic look bathroom with that killer tile that's never going to go south. And now you can have a safe shower.
It's nice.
All right?
Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it.
It means I can even flush the toilet if you were in there.
Do it.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, see you.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.